I'm here in Athens with an Athenian. This is George Serafeim. He is an associate professor at the Harvard Business School. George, you haven't lived here for 11 years, but you are so in touch with what's going on, and in fact, you're studying the sustainability of Greek debt. Let's begin with this. You have said that the Greek people this Sunday, in what's being called the referendum, face two bad choices. What do you mean by that?
Well, even if they vote in favor of the measures and what has been proposed by the creditors, actually this is a bad deal. I mean, most of the measures actually, they are recessionary measures. It's about kind of like increasing in taxes and some decreases in pensions. So we will see probably kind of like a contraction of the GDP again. So it's going to be a tough program. But at the same time, kind of like, what is the alternative, right? I mean, the alternative is clearly going back to the drachma if you reject such a program.
You believe that?
Oh, I do believe that.
There is, I'll get to that in just one moment, but to the first point that you made, Yanis Varoufakis, the finance minister, spoke to my colleague Guy Johnson this morning and said pretty much what you just said, that accepting the proposal on the table from the European creditors, provided it's even on the table any longer, will lead to further contraction of the economy. Varoufakis is right?
No, actually I can tell you, Erik, one very simple thing. Every day that we delay this deal, it's going to be a worse program, and a worse program, and a worse program, and more austerity
So in
measures,
other words, the government is just digging itself a deeper and deeper hole.
Digging itself in a deeper hole. We need to resolve that uncertainty. Economy here is being killed. I mean, businesses, sales in businesses this week are 70% down, except for food companies. I mean, this is a massacre that's happening here. We need to stop that uncertainty. We need to stop that political uncertainty. We need to get back the economy on track. We need to reform this economy.
So that's a good thing then, perhaps, that we're having a referendum. At least we'll get an answer.
Perhaps we will get an answer, actually, and resolve that uncertainty. So many people see this as a disaster. Personally, I don't. Actually, I see this as a conclusion of a long period of uncertainty. Maybe we will get actually consensus on where the Greece as a country needs to go, really.
Now, what is this referendum really about? The government says that it's about a bailout proposal, but you're suggesting to me that it's really about Eurozone membership.
It is about Eurozone membership. No doubt about it. I mean, nobody should have a doubt about it. A no vote will lead this country outside of the Eurozone and potentially what some claim outside of the European Union, which will be disastrous for the country. I don't want to see this happening. And let me say one thing, Erik. Most of the people, most of the Greek people, feel like we belong in the Eurozone, we belong in the European Union.
The polls show that to be true, but when Alexis Tsipras, the Prime Minister, his number two Nikos Papas, his Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis all say a no vote puts us in a stronger negotiating position come Monday, what do you say?
It is very simple. If the referendum was about euro or no euro, it would be probably an 80%, 20%. So if they support a no vote, that would be a very easy loss. Right now, the way they are framing the referendum, then it becomes more complicated, right? It's about marketing, and it's about how you label things and how you market things. Well, there is your answer.
In a democracy, I think it's fair to say that most people have a list of priorities that starts with freedom. Family probably comes second, certainly in a country like Greece with such strong family ties.
Absolutely.
But finances are a very clear number three. That's how you feed yourself. That's how you put a roof over your head. Finances are very much in question right now because the banks are shut. If Greece cannot sit back at the table with its creditors come Monday, what happens to the banking system?
It will collapse, Erik. I mean, let's not have no doubt. It will collapse. I mean, European Central Bank will step in. Don't forget, in July we have to repay, right? European Central Bank. This will be disastrous. We cannot default on European Central Bank loans. This shouldn't happen. I am confident, and I'm confident in the will of the Greek people to remain in the Eurozone. This is going to be a yes vote, I believe. And what we'll have then, and what we need to have then, is a broad government, of coalitionary government that is going to go fast, because time matters, very fast to the creditors, convene a Eurogroup, and start discussing very fast about the new program.
So how does any government, whether it's a new government or this government, persuade creditors of what you know to be true, that the debt burden on Greece right now is unsustainable?
Well, actually, I think we need to build trust. That is the most important thing right now. We need to build trust between the Greek government, whatever that might be, and the creditors. Because that trust and the confidence has completely evaporated. It has been completely destroyed. How do you build trust? Actually, I think we need to credibly communicate that we are going to reform our economy. And it starts from the public sector. Don't forget this. The organization of the public sector here is a humongous one. It has a budget of close to 85 billion, and it has 650,000 employees. We need to make that organization more accountable, more transparent, and better managed. We need to adopt better accounting standards for our public sector, and we need to be more transparent. We need to measure the right things, we need to analyze the right things, and we need to communicate the right things. That's how you build trust. Ask any organization in the world. It matters. What you measure, you manage.